For your relationship to work, you have to keep trying and not give up on your partner. Divorce and breakups do end the relationship, but do not necessarily resolve any issues. This is the reason for the increase in the divorce rate of subsequent marriages. Most often, a person will leave a relationship, hop into another one, and repeat the same behaviors and cycles. It is easier to bounce from one relationship to another than it is to stick it out, put in the work, and make your current relationship last. Do not give up. As amazing as it is to get together with someone you love and care about, the flip side is that you run the risk of someday becoming apart. Your frustrations are very understandable as your relationship is no longer what it used to be. But giving up is certainly not going to make matters better. Rather, it will only worsen the situation. This is a phase, and it will soon pass. When you are constantly having issues in your relationship, but your partner still brings out the best in you even during tough times, you should not give up on that relationship yet. If your partner apologizes when they are wrong, and you also find yourself apologizing when you are also wrong, and you both are trying to be better, that is an indication that your relationship is worth working on. Do not compare your relationship with others, because every relationship is unique. Every individual in the world is special in their way. You should not give up on your partner because nobody is perfect. It is impossible to meet someone who will never disappoint or hurt you. Which is why it is important not to hold your parent, sibling, best friend, or partner to such a high and unrealistic standard. Your loved ones are bound to act in ways you do not like at times, which is very much possible even when they do so unintentionally. This is why love, forgiveness, and mutual understanding all go hand in hand in any relationship. It is also important to keep in mind that just as your loved ones are not perfect, the same goes for you. You also made your own mistakes that have surely hurt the people you care about. But when genuine love is present in a relationship, forgiveness can follow. While the inevitability of your loved ones disappointing and hurting you are not things we look forward to, it should not discourage you from forming bonds with others, as these are just hurdles meant to be jumped. Conflicts are bound to happen in every relationship, but that is not a reason for you to give up on your partner. Conflict is one of the greatest testers of love. When you are going through a stressful time with someone, leaving can sometimes seem like the easy way out. This is because when you are in distress, it is natural to want to get away from whatever it is that is making you feel that way. However, when it comes to relationships, your immediate reaction to the conflict should not be to cut ties or leave. If this were the case, all the relationships you will ever form would be shallow and temporary. As long as you and a loved one are both willing to compromise during times of conflict by listening, communicating, and changing your ways for each other, that is a good reason not to give up on them. However, if a partner is not willing to or capable of putting in reciprocated effort towards making amends, that is a good indicator that the relationship is not worth saving for the sake of your mental well-being. Without a doubt, you will get to a point in your relationship where you and your partner should continue or give up on each other or the relationship. If you are such at a point in your relationship, relax, take a step back, and reflect on your relationship before giving up on each other. The decision to break up a relationship is undoubtedly a tough one, and it is lost reasonable not to take such a crucial decision rashly. When you feel like giving up on your relationship, you have to calmly assess the situation and try to understand the reason behind your feelings. Once you know the reason for your negativity towards your relationship, you can try to find ways to improve the situation by directly addressing the problem. Direct efforts can make a massive difference to the prospects of a relationship. Make efforts to identify the root of the problem in your relationship. The first step to solving the issues in your relationship at times is often as simple as figuring out what the problem is. If you had a bit of a dry spell, why? If you're dreaming of leaving your partner, why? If you're fighting more than usual, why? Take a step back to see your relationship as a whole and figure out if the hard parts are temporary or if they're a signal of something bigger. For example, if one of you travels a lot for work, is extra stressed out, or going through a major life change, you might be experiencing some lulls or disconnections simply because of circumstances. The solution could be as simple as talking it through and identifying how is best to work better together. Acknowledge what you're dealing with. Ask yourself what the environment of your relationship is like these days, and if anything able to be changed or not. Once you can at least identify the root of your disconnection, you will be better equipped to decide whether or not things can improve. After you have identified the root of the issue, it is time to talk about with your partner. Talking it out seems obvious, but countless people struggle with communication and avoid confrontation out of fear of hurting someone's feelings or discomfort of being vulnerable. Do not assume a dispute or challenge will fade away if you ignore it long enough. In reality, it will only get worse and you might become so disconnected. It will be past to the point of no return. Instead, sit your partner down and talk about your future, your present concerns, and what you miss about your past relationship. Be sincere without being accusatory, and express your uneasy or disengaged feelings. The way you communicate as a couple and work through issues can say a lot about your future success. If your partner dismisses you or becomes overly defensive or angry, the relationship may not be repairable or worth repairing. If your partner makes you feel heard, communicates their feelings in response, and you come away feeling closer and more connected with a plan on how both of you can improve, it might be worth sticking with. You should not give up on your partner when your partner is trying to change. Each person has negative traits. No one is perfect, so expect that your partner will have flaws too. However, seeing their bad side should not be a reason good enough for you to let go of the relationship quickly. What matters is the effort of the person to be a better partner. If you can observe that your partner is trying their best to change their attitude and habits, your patience is worth it. It is one sign that tells you that there is still hope for your relationship to improve. So, do not give up just yet. If you and your partner have talked about things to change and the desire to continue the relationship, then hold on. You are not done with your love yet. As long as there is a chance to keep it, why let go? To help you go on together, pray for your relationship regularly. Then, surrender your love story to God and ask Him to help you make things right and resolve any issue. Ask Him for wisdom to become better partners. Going through a rough patch in a relationship is never easy on anyone. But just remember that no relationship is perfect. As long as there is love and a will to make it work, you and your partner can overcome any relationship issues. Keep trying and do not give up on each other.